Empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
I tried to time that just right, and I think I did it. I think I did it. So, y'all, welcome back to Snack Cackle Talk. Now, today is Hot Topic Tuesday. I am your host, Lacey,
I am Monica.
and today's topic is why should we care?
I don't know. Sometimes I
Why
care.
should we care? Now, our little subtopics based off of that why should we care is okay. So the very first topic that we have on that is the 19-year-old college student that went missing in Virginia. Okay.
I never heard anything of that.
Okay, so there's a 19-year-old black male student. I'm assuming he attended Morehouse.
Mm.
uh like I said, 19. He was in a car accident
Was this before
and he
or
went
wow?
missing at the car accident.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, I think I'm making some movements.
I think I may have done that.
I got to figure out this TikTok.
Yeah. Okay, so did he go missing after the accident
Yeah.
or?
Well, his okay. So the story is that he had a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no information on this car accident. No information on if he was alone in the accident, like if someone hit him or if he hit something. But it is visible that he was in a car accident. His phone called 911.
Okay.
But when they showed up, he was nowhere.
But his car was.
But his car was.
And all of his belongings.
Yes.
Okay.
And his family has been searching for him ever since. So he is missing.
So, were there any traces of another vehicle? Do they think maybe he wandered into the woods or?
I have no idea. And if it's anything nearby, I mean, you would think that they would have found him by now, you know? If maybe subconsciously he got out stumbling, you know? And because it happened near one of the Virginia malls.
Oh, so it's not a wooded area.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably picked up by something.
I'm not too familiar with Virginia. So I've never been there to know that area. But they made it very clear that it was by a mall. And so to have this young man missing.
So does anybody know if it was a single vehicle accident or so all they know is that he was in an accident.
Yes. And I'm hoping that this young man was not targeted. Okay. Because it sounds like it was at nighttime. So let's hope that he was not targeted and then snatched out the vehicle.
Right.
You know. So why should we care about this is because, for one, this is a very young man with a prominent future. It doesn't have anything to do with his race. I would still act the same as if this young man was a white male and it happened to him. It is still someone's child missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we are praying for his safe return. Okay. I don't really have a lot to say on that story because there's really not a lot of information that the police could give.
Yeah, like, this is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah. All they know is that his phone called 911, and when they showed up, there was no one, but visible signs that an accident had happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So just praying that he is safely returned, because clearly he is probably hurt, and let's hope he's not an actual victim.
Right. Well, I mean, apparently he has to be a victim. His car and all his belongings are there, but he's
Well,
not there.
I'm hoping that if he had the accident solo,
Hmm.
then he got out and wandered out and might have collapsed somewhere on his own, trying to seek help, versus someone causing the accident and then snatching him from the car. Let's not hope that that's what happened to the young man. Okay, so my next story is celebrities being stalked. So we have Taylor Swift has filed a restraining order against I'm assuming what is he, 45-year-old man named Brian Wagner stalking her.
I'm surprised she only has one stalker.
Well, I'm surprised that it happened this late in her life,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
because honey, I love me some Taylor Swift. That is a very, very, very talented young lady. Okay, and I've been listening to Taylor Swift probably since she's about what 12 or 13 years old, 14, whenever she started. Um, I've been listening to her ever since, and I have several of her songs on my music rotation, and I'm glad that she knows who her stalker is and everything like that. So that they were able to pinpoint who they needed the restraining order on, who to look out for her safety, because it's gotten to the point to where she's fearing for her life. And this man has been stalking her for at least a year.
And that's crazy.
At least. Like, you don't have nothing else going on in your life that you messing with this young lady.
But I mean, it's a good thing that, like you said, is this late in her career that she's getting a stalker, um, and she knows who it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people get stalkers and they don't know who it is, so they don't know who to go after.
Right. It happens at the time of an attack.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that they know who to look out for and who's messing with her, and hopefully he is the only one.
She'll probably, I mean, I knocking on wood, but she'll have others because she's young, she's
Yeah.
talented, and I see her career going, further. So she'll have more.
Yeah. So hopefully, Taylor, besides the restraining order, because we know those restraining orders are trash, but
To
hopefully,
them, it's just a piece of paper.
yeah, hopefully they take it serious, not just because of who she is, but because she's a lone female, and she's not going to be able to just really protect herself against a male, not without having some type of training on how she can defend herself. You
Well,
know,
I mean, I hope she does.
yeah,
But
and hopefully, when she made the call that this man is near her, the police takes it serious and get on over there and do their job and say, "Well, man, we can't do anything unless he does something to you." I mean, hell, I
well,
can't call
she
you if
has
I
bodyguards,
can't
so
call you if I'm dead. So I mean, because that has been the issue in the past. Okay, and then let's get on these LA riots. Well, it's not a riot. Let me correct myself. It is a protest.
protests.
It is a protest. So listen, these people are tired of the government. Hell, I'm tired of them, and I'm not even over there. And to go into neighborhoods, break into people's homes, dragging them out of their houses for for your own personal reasons is what I'm seeing. And then you're mad because they're protesting because they want you to stop and leave them alone.
Especially when they aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
I can understand if they weren't law-abiding citizens. These people are going to work, providing for their families, and going home. They
Exactly.
aren't breaking any rules. They were just living their lives until you got into office.
Right.
So what
And
are they
and
doing?
and my thing is, what makes them illegal? Is it because they can't afford to pay that $5 million to stay here?
But
Because I mean, now we have cartels here because they paid their way back. Why is that okay? But the people that's been here can't stay, especially when
Because it's
they
all about
are
money.
not a threat.
It's all about money. That's why.
And then all of this is just what is the word I'm looking for? A distraction. All while everybody's focused on this protest, what other crimes that's happening behind the scene that nobody is focused on?
A lot.
That we actually need to be focused on. And then you got a white female reporter literally just out there reporting the news and got shot.
Wow.
It got shot in the leg.
I didn't even know anything about that either.
It was caught on camera too.
What's being done about that?
Deliberately.
What's being done about that?
I have no idea.
Nothing.
Well,
more than likely nothing, other than the fact that she's probably going to go to the hospital and be taken care of. But my whole thing is that, for one, that I've said many times, that for one, we have a felon running the country that knows nothing about politics. Two, are you a felon should be removed from every single job application.
that part.
And anybody that is qualified for the position should be able to get the job as long as they meet the qualifications.
No, without experience.
If they meet
because experience is not a part of. He's not experienced, but yet he got the job.
Right.
Everybody that he has put in positions were not experienced, but they got these prominent jobs, including
and
his kids.
It's because they believe in or they'll go. It's not that they believe in it, but they'll go along with what he wants to do. It's all about what he wants to do, but what he doesn't realize is that it has to go through the House and the Senate in order to be approved.
I mean, they all trash too because they're all Republicans.
Not all of them, because it's judges that are starting.
Well, yeah, the judges is the only thing that we have that got a mixture of everybody, even including Republicans that do not agree with what he has going on.
Right.
And for the House of Representatives and all them, even though some of them don't agree, they just like don't have a voice. They're just going along with it, and it's like, where's your backbone? Where's your spine?
When things don't go his way, he's like a toddler. He'll kick and scream in the floor because it's not going his way.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
But I said it when he won. I made a post on my regular page on Facebook, and I was like, okay, he is not coming to us as a president this time. He is going to be rebelling the entire time. He's going to retaliate.
A tyrant.
Because he's mad at anybody that did not want him in the position, didn't vote for him the second term around when he tried to run, and all those things. This is who he is targeting. Mm-hmm. This is who he's targeting. And why he's messing with the Hispanic race is beyond me. Yeah, they voted for his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and
that's what's even crazy.
He's doing every single thing he said he was going to do.
Yeah,
and they still voted for him. They put him in place.
He tried to sideswipe it by pretending like he didn't know anything that Kamala was saying was going to happen. He didn't have no recollection of that happening, or didn't know anything about that going on. He got senile all of a sudden.
And it's just like the first time he was in office, his main purpose the first time was in office was to undo everything that President Obama did. That was his main agenda the first time he was in office.
I mean, for stuff like that, it shouldn't be undone. But what he's doing right now, all of it should be undone because he never even should have been able to override any previous written laws or constitutions, and he has changed out all of that.
Yep.
How? I do not
because
know. It never should have been able to be allowed.
Just like, I mean, I can't do anything but laugh when I heard, just like he's trying to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He already changed it.
He didn't change it. He's trying to.
No, he changed it, but only for Americans.
So therefore, it's not changed.
He can't change it.
Exactly.
The rest of the world, for America, it's changed to Gulf of America. But the rest of the world is like, I'm not saying that. No, it's like the Gulf of Mexico. Just like
it doesn't even belong.
It's just like he went to New Mexico and he said he went to Albuquerque or somewhere. He said, I like this state. too bad it's named New Mexico. I think I'm gonna change it to New America. He said that like recently. But on some
He's
maps,
an idiot.
Can
but
you
on
pay? Can we
if
pay
you
him
look
any
on
more
if
to
you
be
look
more
on some
stupid?
maps, on American made maps, it don't say Gulf of Mexico no more. It says like if you look on some Google Maps, it says Gulf of America already.
He is an idiot.
Oh my God! What is we gonna do, y'all? What is we gonna do? Why should we care about this BS? Is because ultimately, for those of us that's gonna live in our 70s, 80s, 90s, we have to deal with this shit. Our kids have to deal with this shit. Our grandkids have to deal with this shit. And so we're gonna have to pray that we live long enough to teach them right from wrong. Because a lot of these kids that are eliciting hate is because their parents are teaching them this.
Mhm.
Hate is not something you are born with.
So
You are
that's
that
Google
is a
Maps.
taught trait. Look at this.
That's on Google Maps. So
Lord
when you
have
look on
mercy.
Google Maps, that's what it says.
That is a shame.
So what happens when anybody tread those waters?
They call it Gulf of Mexico.
That is a shame.
Y'all.
Everybody all over the rest of rest of the world said they're not calling it that.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it that.
They one thing about what who I can't even get my train of this stuff is just so crazy and ridiculous. I can't even get my train of thought right. But the audacity to even feel entitled to do some of the dumbest shit that they're doing is crazy. And then we're just supposed to sit back and watch the shit happen and be okay with it.
And then all the deportations that he's done. When is his wife and son leaving?
That part.
Because they're immigrants.
That
Your
part
wife
right
is
there.
an immigrant, and because your wife had a son, that makes him an immigrant as well. So when are they leaving?
That part right there. No. Actually, the son wouldn't even be entitled to leave. Snatch his little ass up like you did everybody else's kids,
Yeah, pull them out the house.
and lose him like you did everybody else's kids.
He's no different than anybody else's family.
Nobody. All you heard was a one-time news thing that said during the first raid that the Trump administration lost 2 buses full of Hispanic kids.
I don't want to hear. I don't
And
want to
then
hear
you didn't hear
anything.
nothing else.
I don't want to hear anything about diplomatic immunity.
Like, how did you lose 2 buses filled with kids? But you still got the buses, right? And the adults that were on those buses. Because if you lost the kids, you lost the adults, and you lost the adults, you lost the bus. So, where are the kids if the adults are still here? Who you selling to? Because that's what you did. You sold them. You didn't put them out there for work. If half of them still alive. Because it's just mighty coincidental that they didn't say nothing else about
we can
that.
go on and on, or I can go on and on and on about this subject. But will it be worth it?
Whoo, Lord. Y'all tell me what y'all think on this craziness that's going on. Now, LA hasn't had to protest since Rodney King.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Yeah, since Rodney King.
Ooh, that's been some years.
And so for them to have to do this, and it was a peaceful protest, but it's lasting too long. So you're going to bring in National Guards and all these people for
and
what?
And Marines. For something that he caused.
That they never asked you for help. But it's lasting too long. Now it's starting to make you look the real you, which is bad. You're wrong for what you're doing. And it's sad that he's around all these people that are too scared to tell him that he's in the wrong. And then all this backbiting that him and Musk got going on, is it real
Yeah,
or
because
is it?
you know what? Musk is losing too much money because of him. That's
He
why
should have
he's
thought
backing
about that
out.
shit before he
That's why
jumped his
he's
ass in
backing out.
somebody else's shenanigans.
That's why he's backing out, because he's losing too much money every day. That's why he's backing out. And now he's talking about backing the Democrats.
No, you stay your ass. You just stay over there. You done caused enough damages. And coming over here to us ain't gonna retract all the shit you did.
Yeah.
That just all it is to be trying to jump over here from the Republicans to the Democrats. You're now I feel like this is the plan. And he's using Musk to jump over here to see what the Democrats got going on, because they don't know what the Democrats got going on. And this is going to give them an insider.
But yeah, Musk, he
Stay your ass as an
losing
independent
too
or
much
whatever.
money. He's losing too much money.
We don't want you, because you cannot retract. Coming over here as a Democratic is not going to retract none of the shit you did.
So yeah,
it's not going to give all these people back their jobs,
because a lot of them lost their jobs.
Their 401s being half of these people, they 401s got cashed out to them when they lost their jobs.
And if they didn't get them cashed out, they lost about, if not half, at least a third of their 401ks.
Yeah. So it's like you ruined a lot of lives, a lot of households, a lot of jobs. These people, with the way the world is, they don't want people that have degrees. You know what I'm saying? They want people that they can just pay little pennies, but to do hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of work.
Mm-hmm.
But they get it. But they give themselves raises. That's what I don't understand. But everybody else got to take a pay cut but do all the work.
And that's where you're gonna get a lot of backlash.
Cause you sit up here like asking for master's degrees and paying $19 an hour. Hell, that's why I ain't got no damn job. I'm like, what?
I'd rather start my own business.
I make more than that, not without a degree. Why the hell would I give you my master's degree for $20 an hour?
That doesn't even make sense.
Don't make no sense at all. You got a lot of. That's why there's so many students out there in distress about where they was hoping for the education relief, and then when they retracted it, then they was all in distress about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because people that have degrees can't find jobs.
Yeah.
And they really can't find no job now that you done fired everybody that's in the government sector. So it's like unemployment is at an all-time high. I don't think nobody gonna top this unemployment right here.
Oh no. No.
And he out there, I don't give a damn. I'm not unemployed. And then it's like, how is it okay for you to cheat the first time around when you voted? I mean, when you won. And then everybody's okay with you cheating this time around. And you, this time, at least you was dumb enough to verbally say that you cheated.
Because he doesn't care. He thinks he's above the law.
Yeah, he think he's untouchable. And that's because when they should have impeached him.
The two times they tried to.
Yeah. But they didn't want to do their job.
Maybe if they do it a third time, it'll work. You
Hell,
know, three times.
Hadn't he already been impeached 3 times?
No, just 2.
I mean, shit, they was already in the works of trying to impeach his ass as soon as he won.
Well, they need to go and do what they got to do, get his ass on up out of there.
I mean, selling your country out to Russia should be enough.
Yeah, it should.
Because he's definitely being paid to ruin his own country.
Oh, yeah.
And
we have no allies.
And they know it.
We have no allies.
For a president to get in office and then target all of our allies. He ain't pissing off our enemies. He's pissing off all the allies. That way, when all hell breaks loose, we have no one.
Yep.
And then all these dummies out there, I'd rather sell the country than have a black female president
You did.
Look, you bitch.
You did. That's exactly what you did.
You big dummy. This affects you too. You think when they come over here and raid the U.S. that they're gonna be like, oh, don't mess with them. They the ones open the door for us to get in here. No, it's gonna no get their asses too.
Matter of fact, get them first. They traitors.
Yeah, we can't trust them. Let's get them too. Hell,
They say they're on our side, but who knows?
y'all, all hell breaking loose in the United States. Why should we care? It's because it affects us all. It affects us all. Now, granted, yes, Black people, yeah, we can sit back and we can say, well, this doesn't affect us. Hell, we didn't ask to come over here. They brought us over here. But we are still affected. We are still affected. Hispanics could be like, well, even though we're affected, they're just going to take us back to our home. And then we're just going to find our way back over here. Maybe. But you are still affected. Because if your kids were born over here, from my understanding, but you were not, they're separating you. They're taking your kids from you because they belong to the United States. That's at least that's how they see it. So it affects us all.
Mm-hmm.
For those, we do have white people that understands the assignment, but for those of you that's in the back that can't hear, that don't understand the assignment, it affects your dumb asses too. Need I say more? Y'all, this is Hot Topic Tuesday, and I don't know what else to say about this stuff because it's just so much that it's like, how much can we take before everybody snaps?
No, for real.
What is it actually going to take that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel back? That's what I want to know. What's going to be the last straw? Because these people, they get mad at Trump, but they're going and taking it out on our babies, shooting up all these schools. Kids didn't
and that's
do
what
it.
I don't understand. You taking it out on the wrong
Kids
people.
did not do it. But that's who you're taking it out on. Defenseless babies that can't even defend themselves. And why these schools nowadays still don't have their schools on lockdown is beyond me. Nobody should be able to just walk up in your school. So that's crazy. But y'all, if y'all haven't done so already, y'all take a time out of y'all day. I would appreciate it if y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Mm-hmm. Like it. Definitely comment because I want to know what y'all are thinking. And I don't know what else to say about this because it's just too much. And I just pray that my grandbabies don't have to continue the rest of their life living through this mess. I don't know about what y'all rest of y'all think, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world, yeah, it was having like abductions and all that. Yeah, that was happening when I was a kid. But I'm an observer. When a little girl got snatched from the school across the street from my house, guess what, honey? I was scared to walk home. And did not. My dad didn't play that.
Well, I wasn't a walker either.
That was a done deal.
I was always picked up.
And I didn't live but 2 or 3 blocks from the school.
And I was not a bus rider. My mama didn't allow that.
Yeah.
My kids ain't riding no bus. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Not that we were too good. It was just my mama didn't. She was not.
I mean, you can't even trust the daycares now. But y'all got the audacity to charge people $1,000 a week. I mean, a month and stuff like that. That's crazy. I'm not paying you to hurt my baby.
We might need to open a daycare. We're in the wrong business.
Shit, yeah, we're in the wrong damn business.
We just need 2 kids.
We work right there where
tops.
we work right there where all the kids, all they gotta do is bring them across the street.
No, for real. no, we need to put us some little thing across the street. Y'all can drop them off on the way to work, pick them up on your way out.
Yeah. Yeah, that part. 24-hour service at that.
Oh, you know how much money we make, girl.
I mean, it's a 24-hour company, so why not make it a 24-hour service? I'm just saying.
And then we don't have a 24-hour daycare anymore. Well,
Have we ever?
Yeah, building blocks used to be 24 hours.
Oh, but see, I wouldn't know because I just quit a job. I didn't give a damn. I just quit.
Yep, used to be 24 hours.
I just quit.
Used to be, long time ago.
I got 4 babies and I just quit my job if it didn't work with my schedule with my kids until I just finally figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I was paying people that wasn't watching my kids. They wasn't abusing them. They just wasn't watching them. So, babies go, toddlers go through their little biting stage where they biting on all the other babies. Well, my little Bree, she's a little yellow baby. I go pick her up, honey. My baby had bite marks all over her. You could tell they were some little Chucky teeth, you can tell.
Well, y'all watch you say Chucky teeth.
It was. You can tell. And nobody could have said, oh, she might have got bit by ants. First of all, what was y'all doing if she was laying on the ground getting ate up by ants? Even though you could tell them what ant bites.
I got one better for you.
So I didn't worry about it no more.
How about my grandson got picked up from daycare? This was probably, Jameer's almost 4. No, he's 3.5. Picked him up from daycare. This was about 2 years ago from one daycare, not the daycare he's at now. We pick him up. My grandson had a black eye. Teacher didn't know how he got it. He didn't go back.
Your grandbaby was not talking age yet.
No, at that time, no, he wasn't talking age. Oh, because trust. We would have found out.
Yeah. That was so sad.
No. He didn't get hit in the eye. Well, something happened.
Let me tell you. Especially if my baby's a talking age, my grandbaby, she's a talking age, okay? But she don't go to daycare. She still go to school, though. Anybody put their hands on her.
He wasn't even one.
Tell me who did it. I'm going to show up at the school. I ain't going to say nothing.
He wasn't.
I'm just going to give you exactly what you gave her.
Oh, trust. If we knew, somebody would have left with a black eye.
Yeah, I'm going to give you exactly what you gave her.
It would have been the same eye.
Yeah, I'm being in jail that day. I work down there, but I'm being in jail that day. I'm going to give you exactly what you gave her.
And it had to happen earlier in the day for his eye to be black when we picked him up.
And they ain't even call?
No.
They didn't call and say your baby fell on the fist of another baby? Then they did it then. Somebody had posted a video or a picture of their baby had a black eye and it was swollen and it was shut.
His eye wasn't swollen. It was clearly a whole black ring around my baby eye. A whole ring.
Was he looking through a toy and boom? Because that did happen to one of my kids. They were walking around, them little toys that you can look through and it show all the little
He wasn't old enough
different
for that.
colors.
He wasn't old enough for that.
Oh, Lord. Whew.
But that daycare ain't even open anymore. So, justice served.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my biggest fear is something happening to my grandbabies. My babies are grown. I don't have no babies. They grown. I have adults. But I have grandbabies. And I don't play. Do not play. Will not play. I'm not going to play. Y'all take care of y'all babies. Because I know a lot of people out here, they got kids and they just little paydays for them. But for those of us that love our children, let's take care of our children. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, I do. I wonder if we go to work tonight.
Yeah, we've been off for the past 2 nights. We got all of us drove to work last night just for them to tell us our toilets wasn't working. And they knew our toilets wasn't working the day before. And they let us show up to work with the hopes that we were going to work without working toilets.
No.
So we ended up getting sent home. And then first and second shift didn't work again today.
So we probably won't be working.
So we probably won't be working again tonight.
Matter of fact,
Damn.
look.
Juneteenth gonna be a broke teenth, I'll tell you that. People gonna be showing up out there in last year's outfits, celebrating Juneteenth.
He get on my damn nerves.
Celebrating Juneteenth. Are you going to the parade? Well, you're in the parade, aren't you?
I don't think we're gonna. I don't know. They haven't said. Ooh, that steak look good.
Yeah, I'm not. I hadn't been. I'm practically scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared to go to the
It's
parade.
probably going to be raining because it's supposed to rain all week.
Don't jinx it, because they always say that, and then it waits until the afternoon before it does. So hopefully y'all get through the parade first, because I'm not going. But hopefully y'all get through the parade first.
Look at this. Look. Oh
yeah, it's over 50% chance.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Okay, hopefully. Like I said, hopefully.
And I took my braids out. I'm not gonna be out there with no big old poof ball.
You should have left it in there.
No. my hair needs to breathe before I get my hair.
You finna get your hair redone.
Yep. Yeah.
That's how I wanted to wash my hair today, because I was trying to let my undercut grow in, and then I was like, you know what? I ain't liking this look, because my locks already got a lot of frizz. And so to have my new growth coming in, I was like, oh, no, I was looking all raggedy and toe up from the flow up, so I just cut it. Went ahead and cut my undercut, and I'm just going to go ahead and just leave it off.
Well,
leave it cut off.
I don't see nothing yet, but 9 times out of 10.
So they haven't posted if we're working. Damn. I mean, I'm looking for another day off. I'm going to be broke as hell. I ain't going to be able to pay my bills next week, but shit. Sometimes you just don't want to be at work. You just want to take off. Especially, we actually now have to work for our money. Before we didn't have to work for our money. It was easy money. But now we got to work for our money.
She should have just came out with nothing
G-string. Listen, I ain't gonna knock her. She bold. That'll be bold.
Be bold
If
somewhere else.
If I was bold like that, I definitely dress the part.
No.
Dress the part. But y'all, I appreciate all of you that hopped on my feed. Hey y'all, if y'all on Facebook and y'all did make a comment, I can't see nothing because I didn't tap in here to see anything. And TikTok, let me apologize to y'all, because Relationship Saturday was our first time getting on this live. And we were a hot deal pickle mess.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we got suspended.
Got it right back
within the middle of the first 20 minutes, and then we got it back, and so we logged back in.
And then what happened?
And then the phone died. The phone died. We was like, wait, what happened? Where'd it go? Oh man, the phone died. Hopefully we got our point across. I can't even remember if we did.
Why here would that sound like Darth Vader?
I know. I mean, we got the shenanigans with us, but he quiet today. He over there.
Sorta.
He over there playing this game. We hear him breathing.
Sounding like Darth Vader.
We hear him breathing. That's about it. I'm surprised because he said he was ready to come up here, and I just knew he was going to aggravate us today.
But that's a good thing.
So, but he said he going to return on Thursday, so he might be saving it.
Oh Lord.
He might be saving it. So who knows?
It's going to be a build up.
Yeah, who knows? But for those of you that's new, this is Hot Topic Tuesday, where every Tuesday we come on here between the hours of 5 and 5:40. I'm just gonna say that we come on here and we just talk about all these different topics.
Sometimes 5:50.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, now it's time for us to lay down because we go to work at night. And then we come back on here on Thursdays, every Thursday, because that's a freestyle Thursday. So that day, anything goes. Sometimes we'll do a follow-up off of whatever happened on Tuesday, or we'll just talk about anything. But we open the floor for you guys to open up yourselves, ask questions. You got any topics you want to talk about?
Any takers?
Yeah. Freestyle Thursday is that day to do all those things.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're trying to get our stuff set up for the letters to Lacey. That would be me. And the memos to Monica.
That would be me.
And then we are back on here on our original day, which is Relationship Saturdays, where we talk about relationship topics. Now, we did go over some cards, but we went through those cards. So now I got to get some more cards. But every now and again, we're going to hop on here with these loving list cards.
Ghetto cards. I hate those cards.
These loving list cards, I will tell you guys, they are over 20 years old. Okay. And they are some freaky, kinky, crazy sex cards.
And now that she say that they are over 20 years old, I believe it. I believe
they
it.
are. Now those cards generated from my first trip to the sex store.
And y'all, that was hilarious.
So if y'all have not watched that segment, it is on YouTube on my Snack Calca Talk page. And to me, it is hilarious. Because I was a hot mess. And this happened 20 years ago.
Was a hot mess? Was? Is that past tense?
I'm saying it's past tense.
You were a hot mess. You still are.
Yeah, for those of y'all don't know, I am a deal picker hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a whole handful and then some.
Mm-hmm. And need to get out of the box. Out of the box. Out. This is the box. Get out of it.
I need to make a field trip.
Oh God. Yes.
Because I have not been.
I need to record it.
I have not been in over 20 years, so I have not been.
That was your only trip to the sex store. And they have a new one. We need to go to the new one. Venus.
Yeah, I have not been.
When we going?
Okay, when you want to go?
When you want to go. And I get to record it. Wait, first I got to get permission to record while we're in the store.
Are you trying to do a live with it? Or?
No, I can just record it. I can just, no, you know what? Maybe I should do a live. Oh, that's going to be so fun.
I would say if it's just a recording, we can go tomorrow. But if it's going to be a live, then it has to be probably Thursday. Now I'm nervous, y'all, because
oh my gosh,
man, I'll tell y'all that story was a hot mess. So if y'all take the time out of y'all day, if y'all don't do nothing but watch that segment, that is, I don't know if it's titled Novelty or Adult Novelty, or if it's my first time at going to the sex store. It's one of the two, but it's over a year old video, but it is on YouTube. Snack Calca with the K Talk. And y'all, don't judge me. Listen, look, don't judge. That's all I got to say in my own defense.
Yeah.
But
baby,
I would appreciate y'all if y'all go ahead, like I said, like, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear your comments on what y'all think on some of these topics that we bring to y'all. Like I said, we will also be back on here on Freestyle Thursday. That is this Thursday. And then we'll be back on here this Saturday for Relationship Saturday. Hey, is this Saturday Juneteenth?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm still going to be here because I'm not going to the parade. But I'm still going to be here.
Even if you do go to the parade, it'll be over.
Well, you know, most people that go to the parade, they stay, they go to the park, and they enjoy the festivities and all that kind of stuff. So,
and it's supposed to rain.
I would love to go, and I would love to take my grandbabies, but it's just too much in the world going on for me to feel safe with them out there.
Too many folks.
So I'd rather just stay at home and then just hear word of mouth about it, in my opinion, because it's going to be me with the grandkids when we go, and I don't want to be out there with my grandbabies in the middle of chaos. But thank y'all for coming, and I will see y'all on Thursday. You got anything to say?
I'm trying to see if we go to work tonight.
Are you still looking?
Yep.
Well, bye, y'all. I'm going to let her look and see what our work schedule look like. And I will see y'all on Thursday, hopefully. Y'all have fun like we have fun.
Yep. Deuces.
Bye. Well, now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. Oh, this is so crazy, y'all. I tell y'all I'm a whole hot mess because when I first started going live, I didn't even know how to turn this stuff off. And now I'm on TikTok and I don't even know how to turn it off.
How'd you turn it off last time?
It went off on its own. It died, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Y'all pray for me.
Maybe you swipe up.
No.
Are you still on there? This is a dark baby.
I cannot figure this out. I cannot figure this out. Listen, y'all on here. Y'all tell me how to end.
Maybe it's the 3 dots. Oh, no, that's not it. No.
Y'all tell me how to end my live.
Nah.
Listen, I'll end my live over here, y'all. Facebook, y'all know how I am. I gotta try to end my live on TikTok. So bye Facebook, bye YouTube.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.